I've been told online that apparently if you, with my preheating issues, apparently if you set a comfort timer in the R-Link system, that it heats up over the space of an hour instead of the 5 minutes used if you use the website or the key fob. I'm going to try that out now. I am going to be leaving tomorrow morning at 5 AM, so I hope it actually doesn't wake up my neighbours too much. So, in order to do that, we are going to have to go menu. If I'm not mistaken, it's under vehicle, electric vehicle, comfort timer. Now, comfort timer 1, and I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to put that to 5 AM. Done. Now it only works when it's connected to a power source, which is fine. It's going to be connected. And there we go. So now the comfort timer is set, which we can actually see on my main display. The little icon in the top right. Focus. There you go. Okay. The reason I'm leaving at 5 AM is because I'm going to the ESB Ecars Irish EV Owners meeting in Dublin. So it requires me to be there around 10:30. I'm leaving at 5 o'clock. I'm expecting around a 4-hour travel time, including the chargers. So I should be there around 9. I'm scheduling a little extra time just so that I can do a final top-up before I arrive, so that when I leave, I will be as high as possible with regards to the power stakes, because I'm expecting queues at the charge points leaving. In all fairness, they'll most likely all be Leafs and using the DC chargers. But I'm not entirely convinced yet that I can actually use a fast charger when there's a leave attached to the Chatamo. So I am going to go to bed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it is now 47. 2 minutes ago the car started making noise, as you can hear. I wouldn't say it's actually less than what you get with the key fob, but what you do get is it doesn't actually drop below 100%, and it says pre-soak in progress instead of just making noise. You can see the direct consumption is still 0. What I noticed this morning, because I actually looked out the window at around 4:30, is that it did not turn off the charger. So even though the car was charged at around 1 o'clock this morning, it didn't actually turn off the charger, which is what it did do the last time when it didn't have a timer set. So there you go. It takes 15 minutes of a preheat without using the battery if you put a plug-in timer. That's new. So that's good to know. Now, good morning, 5:04. We are at 100% after preheating. Now, the car does make a lot of noise when it's preheating, so I probably won't be doing this again at 5 AM. For, you know, a little, I'd say my neighbours might complain. Anyway, I'm off to Dublin, so first stop is Cashel. The car says it has 130 kilometres of range. I'm going to be driving without the air conditioning on, in eco mode, with my little heated seat cover to give it a proper test. I do like the fact that it actually heats the seat. It's nice and comfortable, and it does seem to be saving a bit on the old range. So we'll see how much of a difference it makes. Temperature is about 7 degrees. So it's not very cold, and it's supposed to be a beautiful day. So let's get started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, guys. So, leaf 1, leaf 2, Zoe in the middle. But it kind of confirms that we actually were thinking already, is that you can actually charge the 2 cars at the same time. Hopefully no queues for me today. Haha. Right, so back en route. Spent about a half an hour in Cashel, charging right next to a leaf, which is great because that basically means that at least this charger I won't have to worry about a leaf actually charging. So I won't get blocked too easily because there's not too many of Zoe's around. Now, next stop is Midway, Portlaoise. It is about 75 kilometers away. I have over 100 on my range, so that should be fine. So yeah, we shall see you guys there. One of the Leafs went ahead. All the Leafs are going to the same meeting, by the way. So I will probably be doing a tag team thing with these two. The gentleman in the black Leaf just had his car for about a week. He hasn't really driven long distances, so he's absolutely just nervous, unfamiliar with the car, so he's really taking it for a baptism of fire, as they say. Right, so, and off we go. See you guys at Midway. Right, one Leaf going, Zoe arriving. And I can actually charge together, which is great. Let's hope I don't have any troubles like I had last time. So far, I must say, it's been brilliant. I have had 0 issues so far. Now, I have enough to reach the next charger should this one kick out, but so far it's been absolutely brilliant. Did most of this trip on cruise control. The sun is starting to come up. It's a lovely morning. It's a bit chilly. About 6 degrees, I think. See? 40%. Awesome. I think I'm going to go inside and see if I can grab some breakfast. If it's open. I don't even know if it's open. It might still be too early. It might still be closed. Anyway, well, let's find out. Now, the exact same thing just happened that I had here last time, as in the charger kicked out. Here we go again. I'm really having issues with these kind of chargers, and I'm not sure whether that's the car or whether that's the charger, but it really seems to be hit and miss. Now I restarted the charge. It seems to be charging again. I'm not entirely sure how long that'll last. No, it just went dark. Okay, I'm going to move on to junction 14 and go for a more reliable 22 kilowatt charge. I might have breakfast down there while I'm at it, because this place is still closed. Right, I'm at 50%. Interestingly, when the car came back, it was at a different screen setting than what it was at when I left it. I'm genuinely wondering if this is sort of an, I don't know, it goes for an electric overload or something like that. Jesus, would you focus, you stupid camera? Anyway, I have enough to actually get to the next one, so I'm going to go for a more reliable 22 kilowatt charge there. See you there. So, junction 14. Very foggy. Not very busy here. Surprising not to see a leaf. Then again, I don't know how many people are actually coming from this side of the country. I suppose the next chance I really have of a charge is Newlands Cross. Newlands Cross has a 22 kilowatt charger as well. Now, we have Naas. Naas is the same type as Portlaoise. It didn't give me any issues last time. I might see how much power I need to get to Newlands Cross if I'll make a stopover in Naas just to see if I can get a full charge there. If I can get a full charge there, we're fine. If not, I'll move on to Newlands Cross. Break time first anyway. But yeah, Portlaoise is a bit of a pain because it's a lovely location, and I was really hoping to get a full charge there, but hey, so them are the breaks, as they say. Okay, so let's figure out how far it is to Newlands Cross. So here we are. It's about 50 kilometers to Newlands Cross. Now, it's saying I don't have enough battery power, which is possibly correct. So I'm gonna actually at least have a break and see where we are from after that. But I think that's probably the best sort of strategy for time. I'll charge up with enough. I'd say I can probably get to about 80% in the space of a breakfast, which is what I'm gonna do over here, because we have a lovely Supermax and things like that. So I'm gonna breakfast here, and then we'll see where we are after that. Right, so breakfast time. Okay, slight change of plans. I'm actually going to try and I'm going to go to the hotel. I am at 87%, which should be plenty to actually get to the hotel. The hotel has a charge point. Now, the only thing is that particular charge point, there's only 2 of them, and there's a whole bunch of EVs coming. So if I can get there early, I might be able to sneak in and charge up at least until lunchtime anyway. So yeah, that's the plan. Looks like somebody actually arrived in an EV, either that or the actual thing is blocked. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I love this 22 kilowatt charger. It really makes a difference. I just had some lunch. I've been here now for about 35 minutes, and I'm at 88%. So yeah, it definitely makes a difference if and when fast chargers fail. So onwards. Now we're at the hotel. There's a nice blower going at my car, hence the fact that it's all fogged up. So, here's my totals, 227 kilometers. Delighted that I'm actually here. I sincerely hope that actually is a proper plug. I wonder if that's the type 1 plug. It looks a little weird. But let's try it out and see if we can get a charge. Now we are charging. I don't know if you actually can hear me, the noise is deafening. So there we go. Excellent. So, time to start this meeting. Hello. It is now 3:38 and the meeting is just finished. Well, it finished about 20 minutes ago, I'd say, not a little bit longer. Enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you everybody for setting it up. I managed to move into a charger at the hotel, as you saw earlier, and as a result I was at 98% by the time I actually got reminded of the fact that I was still plugged in to a charger, and I moved. Now, managed to discuss a few things with ESB about the problems I've been having with the chargers. Apparently, or this is a hypothesis, apparently Renault have brought out a new version of the Zoe firmware to fix this is as I said, a hypothesis, to fix a problem that they were having in France with DBT.
Now DBT, as you know, well, if you don't know, it's a French charge point manufacturer. Now, they were having issues in France with Zoe's actually killing off DBT charge points. They were causing fuse problems and blah blah blah. What I reckon happened is that Renault decided to fix that problem with a new firmware. As a result, the car now works perfectly with the DBT chargers, but they may have caused issues with other manufacturers. So, ESB are hoping to get their hands on a new Zoe with the most recent firmware and do some testing and try to figure out what the problem is. I've been asked to do, or I've asked them to keep me updated. Other thing that was discussed was the rollout of charge points in the country. Apparently, Mallow is to get a charge point, if I read the map correctly, which I hope I did. This would mean, of course, that I'll have a charge point in my backyard, which will be absolutely brilliant. The other thing was a presentation on the Rapid Charge Network, which is the UK rollout of a European corridor as part of a European-wide project, and it all looked really, really nice. It basically means that in May next year I should have absolutely no problem driving to Holland with my electric car, which is great. I'm already looking forward to that. Other than that, what is remaining is the route home.
Now, here we are. Made it. Never really in doubt. 60 kilometers left. No idea how many percent, but I would say about 50. Distance travelled so far, 281.7 kilometers. Speed crap, as you can see. Good anticipation, apparently. Anyway, time to plug in and have a break. Okay, we're at 90-something%, 111 kilometers estimate. I have about 100 kilometers to cover. I'm gonna make a quick stop at Urlingford. I haven't tried that today. It is a treble standard one, but it was good to me last time, so I'm just gonna take a chance. If anything, I'll get a small little charge off it. I'll be passing in front of it, so you might as well. Other than that, yeah, time to go. Bye. So, in Cashel, as you can see, close yet so far. The manager in the Topaz reckons that it's not one of the staff members. I disagree, because all of the car bonnets are cold. If it was somebody just to stop over, it would be boiling. So I reckon it may be somebody working in McDee's. So what I might do is I might go in with the license plates and see if it's any of the staff members. But anyway, I'll give it another 5 minutes, and if not, then I'm going to go and find out myself what is going on. ESB, if you're watching this, please paint and signpost these spots, because this is actually pretty ridiculous. So, solution. It's called stretching the cable about as far away as possible. So we have Zoe on this side and a leaf stretched out to the very last on this side. That's not bad. Maybe we should ask ESB to actually paint all of these 6 spaces. Or maybe not. Right, McDonald's time. Now, for the people who are interested, top is DC, bottom is AC apparently. Well, this is the DC meter, I would say, because look, there is well, you can't really see it because pitch. There's a second sort of meter underneath it, which should be the AC, and it doesn't have a display. Could that, by any chance, explain why I can't find out how much is loaded? I don't know. I'm just glad it's working. Oh boy, talk about stretching it. Now 100%. All pre-warmed, all and lovely.
Took about half an hour according to the charge point. Anyway, it is now time to head off to Fermoy. I've got a parcel to pick up, and then it's off to home. 130 kilometres should be more than sufficient. Anyway, lovely. Bye now. Now we are back home 464.5 kilometres later. An average of 17. That actually is quite good. I'm quite happy with that. Speed obviously was a bit of an issue according to the phone. Or the car. Went past Fermoy and arrived back home with 38 kilometres left. Quite happy with that. It's about 8:15 in the evening, and it's actually getting really cold. It's completely frozen over. Now I've just turned on the actual preheat about 4 or 5 minutes ago. As you can see, it's already defrosting the windscreen, which is good because I actually don't have a scraper in my car. Yeah. This winter is going to get, apparently, the coldest in 100 years. So, you know, but then again, these are the guys that predicted that this summer was going to be one of the hottest. And it was good, but it wasn't one of the hottest. Anyway, there you can see the car slowly defrosting. Tell you what, I'm going to plug in tonight and I'm going to set up a nice little timer because I ain't dealing with scraping windows tomorrow morning. -1. Still didn't defrost the entire windscreen, as you can see. So 5 minutes is obviously not entirely enough when your entire windscreen is frozen. But it's not bad at all. Right, home time. Now I've put in a charge timer. The car is still about 60% full. I will also put in a comfort timer, which you can see at the top right. You have the aircon. The aircon sign as well as the charge sign for timer. As you can see, still 59% left. So I have set to start charging at 4 AM and that should get the car full. And I have a departure time tomorrow at 8:45, so that should make a nice warm car. Hopefully without any ice. See you tomorrow morning. The difference between preheating an electric and an actual petrol car. Look at the fumes. Yuck, the smells. Look, another one. My neighbour next door is doing the exact same thing. Now my car is supposed to be nice and warm in about 45 minutes. And here we have Zoe warming up. Just as noisy. But crucially, no fumes. Now, whilst the car is happily warming up behind me, I just noticed something a little puzzling. So the car this morning here, it's the 3rd of the 12th today. It started charging at 4 AM as requested, at 59%. But it finished at 7 o'clock at 98%. As you can see, not entirely full. Only to continue charging at the 98% 40 minutes later and finishing literally 10 minutes after that. So it only took another 10 minutes to top it up to 100%. But it didn't do that first go. Wonder why that is. Anyway, the car is at 100% at the moment. It's still warming up at present. Yet the battery, as far as I could tell, when I walked past about 10 minutes ago, was still at 100%. So it doesn't seem to be draining the draining the battery whilst it's doing this, which is encouraging to know. We'll see what happens when I sit into it in another 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't exactly know why it actually did the little 2% top up, but at least it's at 100%. So here we are, the nice little 100%, 118 kilometers on the clock. Another nugget that my wife found the other day. I've been driving this car for I don't know how long. There's a little coin slot. Presumably for tolls or something like that. I'm using it for my shopping trolleys. The other thing that this particular, the actual armrest has, if you have a Zoe and you don't actually have it, I can really recommend this. I mean, I've got room for tissues, air freshener, sunglasses, some sponges. Now I'm probably going to get rid of these two. Well, this one anyway. This one will do nicely, and a little bit of a storage for cards in the lid. I've got my 2 cards that I'm going to be using when I go abroad in there. So yeah, it's very, very handy, and it folds up. That makes it very, very nice indeed. Okay, time to go to work. Good morning, good morning. Now, another cold winter's day, -2. Ugh. I preheated the car this morning, as you can see by the fact that I'm not frosted over. The other thing I'd like to show you guys, it's a little bit late now. I should have actually done this before it actually turned on the defroster. But the button there on the bottom, actually turn this back to auto in my mind. There we go. Now, this has the defroster. The defroster does the rear window as well as the side mirrors. As you can see, they are nice and clean. Ooh, lovely sunshine. They are nice and clean, and yeah, they're genuinely nice. I really wish though that when you're doing the preconditioning that it would actually turn on the rear defroster as well, so that the rear window as well as the as well as the front window is defrosted, but I'll take the front window. It's been nearly a week since it's been more than a week, I'd say, since I've uploaded an episode, so I think it's about time that I'll call this a day. About the trip to Dublin, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this already. If I have, we can edit this out. Basically, what happened in my trip to Dublin is that for some strange reason, all the fast chargers, the fast charger in Cashel and the fast charger in Portlaoise, all showed up on my Renault system as standard, not as fast. I must investigate that, but I think it has something to do with the problems that were discussed by ESB when I was there on Saturday. So I think I'm going to call this a day for this particular episode. There's more than enough content. Thanks guys for watching, and we shall see you guys in the next episode. Bye.